Hey everyone, we just switched to Meow as the host. I want to apologize to Devil Tifa for cutting a little early. That was my call, so you can push all the blame to Meow. So I'll get everything set up here real quick, and we'll get moving on to the next racers, who should be Dennis and Shin. It's actually Denny. My apologies. We will cut off the race right as the winner enters Olmec. I'm just kidding, we won't actually do that. Alright, so... what do we got here? I think we're just waiting on Shin to set up his stream. And I think the commentators for this will be Ix and Mike for another round of commentary. Okay, we got Shin up. And we'll see if the racers are ready to race. I actually need to set up a few more things. Give me a moment here. Ah, okay. It looks like Thug will be taking over for Mike, since it seemed that his mic was having a few issues. So I guess we'll be seeing Thug here in a moment. Is it?
Test. Nice, wonderful.
Okay,
Just kidding.
well, I'm just trying to get Thug in Skype here. So
Okay. You should also get in Discord chat.
yeah. But it looks like the racers are ready to go.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
we just need to
Your
get,
your call or someone else's call, whether we want to do just one person or and start the race or get Thug in here.
well, I messaged Thug. We'll give him like a minute or so.
All right, cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we actually have a little bit of time here. So,
Oh. Can we spin the wheel?
yeah. Spin the wheel.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a wheel set up for
Prizes. Moss points, prizes.
Well, we do have the prizes.
Yeah. Wow, I really hate this software, this Skype software. How do I close this
Oh.
message window?
I might have deleted
Oh, there's the icon.
Oh, anyways,
I can't wait to delete this.
if you didn't see the prizes last time, they were these like figurines, these Spelunky figurines.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought we were just I thought we were chatting and discussing strategy.
No. Yeah, we're live. I mean, I've been kind of like explaining the whole situation over stream, just so people aren't out of the loop.
Yeah, this is all intentional. This is a backstage tour. What it's like to cast a Spelunky tournament.
All right. Well, I don't think I can get a hold of General Thug right now, so
All right.
I think I'm just gonna take over the commentary for his spot. Can
Sure,
you guys,
sounds good.
Can you guys hear Ix and me at a similar, like a good level?
At a medium pace. Don't Google those lyrics.
I just want to make
Please.
sure we're all at a good level here before we get started.
Yeah, definitely if you're under the age of 16, like die, do not Google those lyrics. Anyhow, all right. So we got both runners ready to go too. So
Ix is slightly louder.
nice.
That's I'll turn you down a bit. But... Okay,
Well,
cool.
if you're higher pitched and I'm deeper but louder, that sort of evens out, I think. I'll be the bass, you be the treble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty simple race that we're gonna see tonight. Dennis needs a win. Shin needs a win. If they don't get a win, chances are they're not moving on. If they win, they're moving on. As simple as it gets. In some sense, this is the first playoff match we're going to see this tournament, at least one broadcast. by myself. So, about as hype as it gets. I don't know. I actually don't even know who the favorite is. This is a Pot D versus a Pot C runner, and both of them are, I guess, overperforming relative to their position.
Yeah, I think Dennis will actually provide a nice surprise play here. It'd be crazy if he was able to pull off yet another win. I think he beat a Pot B racer, correct?
Didn't he beat I
No.
can't remember. Whatever.
Great Striker beat Falafel.
He's a baller. Let's go. Also, I'm being reminded by chat that Denny is the
That's
correct way to
Denny.
pronounce
Yeah, I
it.
keep forgetting
Denny.
that. Because he's French.
He is French-Canadian.
French-Canadian, so...
Quebecois. Have you ever been to French Canada before?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to any Canada.
Whoa. Have you left the United States before?
Yeah, I have. I've been to China, and I've been to Sweden, and Jamaica.
Oh, hey, look at this. We got a race going, boys. We're waiting for the runners. They've actually seen in Speedruns Live that their races began. We're waiting for them to actually see them take off on their streams.
Yep, and they're off.
And they're off. So just a couple seconds ahead for Denny, but we'll get that sorted out behind the scenes. Let's see if both runners are able to get the blackout glitch on their first attempt. I will say both will.
Denny did
Denny
not get
messes
the
up.
blackout glitch.
All right, so USA takes a very early lead into this race. But this isn't going to be too terrible for either runner. Oh no! Shin wastes a bomb. Got
That's
mistakes
okay.
by both runners early. He's going to have to either do meow strats or
Or
buy
buy
a
a bomb bag.
But things can go wrong because you could get, for example, a 4-rope shop. All right, he takes it safe. He grabs the triple bomb up top. He now has actually 2 extra bombs for the remainder of this tutorial. But yeah,
But he's
Ultimately,
a little behind Denny now.
ultimately it's like probably like a 5-second loss that he has. But Denny's not doing a perfect tutorial either. So he messes up a bomb and similarly actually falls behind Shin, so now messes up another bomb. This is actually what I love to see. This is what I've hoped the whole tournament was gonna be like. People who are more than capable of doing the tutorial perfect 9 out of 10 times, they get into a racing situation and now finally they're gonna be making some mistakes. Ultimately meaningless. It's about a 5-second difference, but I love
Yeah.
to see it.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're about like 10 seconds away from like a pretty good tutorial. But they both made mistakes, so they're really not that far apart from each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So the tutorial is the one part of Spelunky that is almost completely RNG free, but the runners didn't want to have it that way. They decided, I'm going to inject my own RNG into this. I'm going to throw some bombs in some crazy places. I'm going to miss some jumps. And there's your RNG, the human factor. But yeah, again, we're trying to hype up like a 3-second difference right here. None of the runners just died. They haven't wasted resources, so they're still pretty close. Shin went the wrong way at the start of 1-3, and that was enough for Denny to catch right back up to him. He's actually going to be leaving the level, looks like 2 seconds ahead of Shin, so we're tied effectively at this point. Resource count looks great for both runners. Health situation's great, so no harm done.
Shin's gotten a few more uses out of his bombs for this first split, and they're both entering at... Shin is just a little bit behind, but they're both turning in the split at just within the same second.
Yeah, still very much on target. So I tend to say that the par split for getting the 1 bomb is around 3 minutes. They both were able to do it despite the tutorial mistakes in about 2:52. So actually well ahead of, well, a couple seconds ahead of where they should be at this point in the race.
Yeah, they both had pretty good first split there. So we'll see if they can do that again for the ropes here.
Yeah, Denny takes a pretty fun trip down the snake pit and doesn't opt to take the Matic at the bottom. Probably should have, but not a big deal. the Matic really comes in handy on later runs, like the 10K split is when you'd really love to see a Matic and really love to see a Snake Pit. But he forgoes it.
Yeah, just because there's more levels that you actually need to go through. Same with like getting a teleporter on that split is way more useful than getting it on just like the rope split, because if you have the teleporter for only 2 levels, it's really not that much of a time save.
All right, well, once again, we're seconds apart, completing the second split. Both runners are now going to start the mines over again, looking for 10,000 gold. So this is where the differences do start to occur. How much time each runner invests in getting 10,000 gold the first time around. We've actually seen a couple of runners, including Twiggle and a race we saw earlier tonight, where the runners finished without 10,000 gold. So they're going as fast as they could, but forgot the critical objective.
Oh, who forgot to do that?
Twiggle, actually.
Twiggle?
Yeah, unless I'm just making stuff up, but I think TNF missed it in his race earlier tonight against DT. So very good runners who you expect not to make that mistake made that mistake. But the real thing we're looking for in this split is whether the runners are able to keep enough resources or find additional mobility or anything else that helps them to move on to the 2-bomb split in the jungle after this. That's really where the differences will come in. How efficient they're able to be, essentially.
Yeah, it's always kind of annoying going into the jungle starting that 2-bomb split when you have like 1 or 2 health. And it's probably a good idea to reset and take the jungle shortcut if you have that 1 health, but I always find myself going in there with 2 health, and I kind of debate resetting or not.
Sure. So what's happened in Denny is he's gotten to the exit of 1-4, and he was 200 gold short, so he had to waste some time. He got unlucky with a pot that didn't have a gem in it, and that gave up the lead back to Shin Greywards. Denny is going to do what you suggest, which is reset because his resources are a little bit low. So he's going to look a little more behind than he actually is at this point.
Yeah, because regardless, Shin will have to back out after this T-turns in this split and go into the shortcut.
Yeah. Shin is now down to just 1 spare bomb on the split. He made a very nice shortcut on this level, probably saved him about, I'd say, 10-12 seconds, but it's going to mean that he can't make any more of those decisions later. Or he'll have to be a little more careful with those later. A little pickier. Alright, and he once again tunnels through with a bomb. Oh, oh wow.
I didn't see
that on screen. Yeah. So Denny actually finds a BM. I thought it was a mist tunneling through, but no.
Was it visible, or was it just like there?
I couldn't see it on my screen, but maybe Twitch saw it. Twitch chat.
Well, some people.
It could have been just lucky because it looked like a smart place to bomb through, but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if we get an interview with Denny after the race, we'll see if that was intentional or not. Yeah. So Denny is now on 2-4. He has no bombs to spare, a couple ropes to spare, while Shin Greywards will move on to the next split.
Yeah, Monkey actually stole the last bomb that he would have been able to use, but he makes it to the end, so...
Yep.
Luckily those monkeys didn't take out everything.
So Denny will be able to restart directly into the jungle because he reset earlier in the run. So he's about 1 stage behind Shin at this point. Very tight race and not too many mistakes by either runner.
Yeah, I think the main mistakes we saw so far were in the tutorial, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no meaningful mistakes. Those are embarrassing, but ultimately not really time losses.
Yeah.
But in a race situation, that does increase your heart rate and make you feel like you're behind and you have to make something up later. But neither runner panicked. They didn't make mistakes. About 1 second difference between the runners at this point.
Yeah, this is really neck and neck right now, but
yeah.
We're not really at the run killing splits quite yet. we'll get on that starting next split, I would say.
Soon. It always comes. Yeah, just really waiting for the first runner to blink. First one to tap the rope button when he means the bomb button or the whip button. Something should go wrong here. An accidental ledge grab, an accidental ledge flip. Something. But yeah, another clean ship by both runner. Ship?
They're really...
Splits. I said it backwards.
Shin is like 1 or 2 seconds ahead, but that is it.
Yeah.
But Shin actually just got a Dead or Restless level, so he could get the shotgun here with no aggro, which makes things a lot safer for him.
Very helpful. The best is to find just a basic jetpack shop, maybe even with a couple of bombs. The second best is probably this right here. I don't know. Would you take a clean no aggro? Or would you prefer a black market?
I would prefer just a normal jetpack shop without
well,
no
of course, a
black
normal
market.
jet. Yeah, I'm saying. So that's the best. What's
and
the
that's
second?
what Denny just got.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh my god. What?
So compass as well. So he'll be in very good shape for a triple delivery, even if he doesn't find any more items, as long as he's able to complete the shotgun split. So
yeah. So he's just got to be careful of exit shopkeepers mainly.
Yeah.
But he has some paste here. He might be able to use it to his advantage.
Yeah, I think just very safe, very cautious play, and
He's
and
only
that's
got
all it's really going to take.
one more level of the jungle to make it through, so...
Yep, then things will get even easier in the ice caves. Of course, he will lose the shotgun, which will make the ice caves a little trickier, but very good shape.
Yeah.
He stops and gets compass number 2. No help to him.
It looks like he's not going to go kill the bee for some of that extra sweet health, but he manages,
that was an extra safe.
manages to make it through the jungle. Right,
so both
and
runners...
Shin is getting through there at the exact same time.
Shin sees a wet fur level, immediately resets. Very smart move by him. So he's going to hope that Denny is not able to complete this triple delivery.
Yeah, so I think Denny is actually in better shape here because of the jetpack. So he could probably end up being about a minute ahead even if Shin does really well with getting a double delivery here.
Absolutely, and so this will bring up the question: should Shin Greywards go for the double delivery with the rope splits and the key split, given that he's probably going to be falling just a little bit behind Denny at this point?
Denny opens another crate and gets a third compass.
Third compass, pretty good.
Can never have too many compasses.
That is... we'll say that's accurate. It's not inaccurate.
Denny's moving on through the mothership, so he's going to complete the first split here. Now he's just got to make it through the mothership and one more level, and he would be able to complete the triple delivery. So
I don't remember what level he got the shotgun on, but does he have a chance for Diagro here, given that he used the freeze ray?
He has Diagro. Look at that.
He has Diagro.
He doesn't have.
Alright, so a stroke of luck for Denny, and he's able to get through the mothership. That's really the hardest part of this split, is getting past the exit keeper, but the extra thing that we didn't notice at the time is that the freeze ray kill will not trigger permanent aggro, and Denny takes advantage of that. Not something he planned, but something he benefited from.
So Shin is going for the double delivery here. He doesn't have any ropes to spare. So...
yeah, it's definitely possible going in with no aggro. This tank here is probably going to be the most dangerous enemy he faces, and he makes it out. Yeah, those guys just destroy platforms, and given that he's got no ropes to spare, that could have killed the run, but... this is tough.
Shin is handling this mothership very well, I think.
Yeah, he just needs to get the mother brain out of cycle with the elevator. He's able to do it, and he's able to get through the level. Very nice. So I'm gonna keep my focus on Shin Greywards here as he tries to complete the 3 rope split, because that'll mean we've got a really tight, really close race here.
Yeah, and it's looking like once Shin, if Shin is able to complete this level, which he's going into the exit now. I don't know why I went and grabbed that landmine, but
Gotta do it.
I guess Denny's probably about a minute ahead now, or a minute and a half. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's 2 full levels plus the time it took to reset. Probably at least, yeah, probably a minute. That's about right.
Regardless, both of them have been playing super well. It just so happened that Denny happened to get jetpack there, but Denny just died on 1-3 on a dark level.
So we are effectively tied, or even Shin Greyward's ahead by about half a level.
This is a really, really close race.
This has been one of the better races I've seen, and especially since it's a true playoff scenario, we're seeing runners essentially fight for their tournament lives. So Shin finds an exit key on 1-2. Very helpful to get the key found very early on. You won't have to waste time searching through the levels. Meanwhile, Denny is still in 1-2, has not yet found the key. So, advantage Shin Greywards.
Yeah, I guess all Shin really needs to do at this point is just make sure he doesn't die or lose the key somehow. And I think even if he's playing at a pretty conservative pace, he'd do fine.
Yep, Denny gets a snake level, which usually means that the key is going to be easy to find, but unfortunately the key is not in the snake pit. He's actually going to be going back to check and decides to move on to 1-4. So some unexplored territory that the key could have been in. We'll see if that goes back to haunt him. And nope, he was right. The key is going to be in 1-4 as well. Meanwhile, Shin Greywards is about 1 level ahead in 2-1. He's got a couple of extra resources, also stickies. So definitely advantage Shin still at this point. The things that would change it would be a compass, a cape, a jetpack. Those are really the items that are coming to mind for me. Yeah, compass, cape, jetpack are the real speed items that Denny could use.
And it's looking like Shin is in better shape health-wise as well. He's got 4 and Denny's got 2, so
yep,
less likely to die, which is always good.
Yep. And Shin makes it through 2-2. Denny is actually now down to 1 HP, so race starting to take his toll. Maybe he's feeling a little bit of pressure, making a few mistakes that he wouldn't make if he weren't in a race situation with Shin. Ooh.
Oh, Shin is caught in between some bees and tikis.
And we have got HP problems for both racers at this point.
Yeah, but if Shin wanted to, he could try and use his sticky bombs to get a little extra health from those bees, but it looks like he's gonna not do that.
Yep. So he goes a little bit faster, but increases the risk. I don't know. It's gonna be tight. I would say either runner, if they can complete this split without dying, probably is gonna have a huge advantage, because I would say it's pretty low likelihood that they both make it out alive here. And I'm saying that in mind because neither runner is stopping for HP, as Meow pointed out. Shin didn't stop for... Oh.
Well,
Shin didn't stop for the B, but now Denny is going to stop and get some HP. All right, they're getting coached by some of the commentators here. I don't know how I feel about that.
Denny is level behind though, so...
Full level.
If Shin does make it to the end of the key split, he will have time on his side.
One thing, we saw Shin not opt for the worm entrance. We saw Mazrak the other night opt for that strategy, and it was not a winning one.
Alright, both players are now in the ice caves. Oh no. Oh no.
That is not a great place for the key to fall.
Okay. Oh no.
That is the worst place for the key to fall, but it's still around.
To stay on.
Yeah, and he's... Oh my god.
He's in a rough spot right here.
You gotta bomb through here. He wants to use his ropes rather than his bombs, but this is definitely a bomb situation.
Ooh, and he just got shopkeeper aggro from the UFO exploding on the vaults. So that was rough to watch.
All right,
Jeez.
so he is now 2 full levels behind Shin. No,
Yep.
3 full levels behind, and Shin has made it through safely through the checkpoint. Denny down to 1 HP. This is critical here. Of course, if Shin is able to get through the temple on his first try, it won't mean anything. But man, this is looking rough for Denny. 2 more levels and he can get a checkpoint.
And hopefully he's... Oh no, he just got a wet fur level with aggro.
Yeah. With aggro, yeah.
So it's not looking good.
Oh, use your resources.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely use your resources.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, so down goes Denny.
Oh.
Got in a blocked off situation with the Yeti, which is one of the worst situations to be in. He was looking for a safe spot for himself. He found one, but then one of the UFOs from the earlier segment of the level kills him off. Wow.
That was one of the worst situations I've ever seen.
Yeah. So
Especially in
Shin
a
is
race.
moving on to Olmec. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's on Olmec, and he's got enough bombs to do a safe strat with the initial stomp by Olmec. So he can really take his time, guarantee a win, or play for a very fast time and attempt to move up in the rankings.
It
Looks like he
he's
is gonna...
going for the
Yeah,
safe
safe strats.
strat.
I mean, he's doing the right thing, but that doesn't mean that I can't be mad at him for doing that. I want
think he
entertainment
messed up the
value.
Safe strat.
He did mess up the safe strat. And now he has a trapped Olmec. He has 4 ropes, so he could consider getting items above Olmec, or
His only
could
other
reset.
option is to reset.
yeah, or get squished.
Yeah, that's essentially resetting.
So yeah,
And he opts to look at the top.
possibly some karma for the safe strats that he employs. Ropes are no good. He needs a Matic. Jetpack would actually be helpful if he had a way to deliver it to the bottom. He could use it as an explosive device. Wow, more crates. Unlock the ninja.
Okay.
Unlock the ninja. Unlock the ninja.
He did get some bombs, so he might be able to get it out of there, but I don't know how it's gonna work. I guess he...
Yeah, two bombs on the right side. Oh, he goes for 1.
Yeah, that should do it. Okay.
Yep. And stun yourself. Oh, that's a really bad spot to be in.
Well, yeah, we'll see if he...
If he can reposition Olmec. Oh, this is really nice. I haven't seen this before. So he's jumping back at the time Olmec is triggering his fall, and
he
then
did
jumping
it.
back to the other platform. Yeah, very impressive finish by Shin. Lucky to get the bombs, but very creative strategy in a very tough situation at the bottom of Olmec. So sub 22 run for Shin. Very impressive. He will move on
Yeah.
to the knockout stage of this tournament.
That's a really good time in a race setting, so
Mhm.
congrats to Shin. I feel really bad for Denny, because he was really putting up a good fight there.
Yeah, he really added chaos to the tournament as a whole. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, that was just like a nail-biting race the entire time. They were so
Mhm.
close.
Yeah, just imagine, given that it took Shin something like 2:30 to kill Olmec, Denny definitely could have come back if he was able to make it out of that Yeti stage.
Yeah, he
So
definitely could have.
Very close race throughout. But yeah, that was my prediction. If given how low the runners were on HP, the only runner who made it out, or the runner who was going to make it out, was going to win. All right.
So I'm going to check the schedule here real quick. I think we still have some time to watch Denny, because this race went pretty fast.
Yeah, this is very impressive by both runners.
And I would like to see if Denny is able to finish this key split at least, because that would be great.
Let's see, can he do it? 2 HP left, so very familiar situation for him. Oh, this is going to be so rough. He doesn't want to use that last rope there because he knows he has to get through the ice caves as well. So low resources are making this last bit a little more difficult than it otherwise would have been for him. He got lucky with the jetpack on the shotgun split, but he has not been nearly as lucky at the end stage here on the key split. Yeah, and unfortunately he gets a very tough exit with Tiki's, a big frog, and a shopkeeper that jumps right into his hole, kills him, takes his key, makes him start over in the mines. Very tough for Denny. He's also surpassed his personal best, so essentially he's running just to show people that he's still able to do the ASO category.
Yeah, I think for his pot, he really has done a good job this entire tournament. No one really expects pot D players to make it far in the tournament, but I think Denny definitely put up a good fight. So I think we'll have Shin coming in here for a post-race interview.
Oh wow, he's the only guy I've interviewed so far. Before.
Oh, so you're gonna be interviewing him again?
Yeah. Hopefully he's not listening, so I can just give him the same questions I gave him the first time. Yeah, we're gonna pull in Shin while we watch Denny attempt to do the key split. We won't pull this until the next race is gonna be starting. Or who knows, we might end the race right when Denny's at Dolmec. That was fun.
Oh god. I didn't realize he was on Olmec. I was just like, pull the race, it's time. And then I looked at the stream and was like, oh, he's like going into Olmec.
He's going into Olmec. Does anyone actually know if he finished or not?
He did finish.
Oh, that's nice. So I think I told chat that he was going to finish in
so
37.
I apologize to Devil Tifa because
no, we're making it up as we go along. Alright, so I think Mod will actually have to pull Greywords into the chat directly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, do we?
I don't think he's on this. I don't think he's in
the correct role, I think so.
Okay, very good. He's probably celebrating with Shin Greywife.
Yeah, he's pouring a couple brewskis with Shin Greywife.
Got him. So, did you think you'd be celebrating it at this time in the tournament, or? Because you're out, right? You got 2 losses.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I'm complete trash at this game now. But
I'm out because I ran into a couple of gods.
I mean, I didn't actually have that high expectations, anyways, because I haven't really been playing Spelunky for like a few months. But I thought I'd do better than how I did, but that's okay.
Well, speaking of people who want to comment on how they did in the tournament, it's Shin Greywords. Welcome to the chat. He's not...
Oh, is he in here?
Yeah.
Can you
I don't think his mic's on though.
I think want is a bit of a stretch right there, but I'll take it.
Hey, Shin.
Hey, guys.
Congrats on the win.
How does it feel to make your first playoffs?
Feels like I have a lot busier schedule now than I expected to have.
Whoops. Well, there have been some defaults, so you could take a loss and let your opponent move on to the next stage. Or how about this? If you decide you don't want to play in the playoffs, that'll open up for some other loser who didn't make it, like Meow or myself.
That would be a magnanimous thing to do.
There's actually a thing in place where it's the lucky losers. You can't just choose who takes the place.
Okay. All right, just leave me your Steam password, Gray. We'll get this all sorted. All right, so as per tradition, Gray, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
Doing.
Didn't you ask this last time?
Yes, but does he have a better answer than last time? These are the questions that people want to know.
No, I really don't have a better answer for that. I try to live in the moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As we all should.
So were you following along the race on how Denny was doing, or were you like last time and just ignoring the entire race and doing your own game?
I did ignore the race again for the third time. However, this time I actually had the stream open.
Oh.
It was just covered up by another window, so I had no idea what was going on. I wanted to be able to look back at chat for whatever reason.
So when you started to do Olmec and the safe strats, what were you thinking? Like, why'd you decide to go for that? Did you know you were ahead at that point, or?
No, I mean, I figured I had a pretty decent time going, so I might as well bust out the safe strats, but I missed the crack, apparently. I did not expect that until the cascade was done, and I was kind of fumbling for what to do.
All right, well, we should tell you what we saw then, because we saw just an amazing race head-to-head within, a couple seconds of each other for most of the first splits, probably the first 6. And you, on the other hand, were just playing by yourself, Spelunky, not even streaming. So we saw a great race. You saw just a time trial.
Yeah, it was pretty neck and neck, pretty much up until you turned in the key.
Well, actually, Denny was able to get a triple delivery, and so he was ahead at that point, and he finally, I think he took the key split slower, and eventually went down.
Yeah, it was the key split that really put the nail in the coffin for Denny.
Yeah, and some say Denny is still out there somewhere, still playing Spelunky.
Still trying to get the key in.
still working on the key. No real way of verifying this, of course, but
he's just an old legend now.
Yep.
I felt like the jungle went just extremely slow for me. I got several jungle levels that were like 25, 30 seconds. Like an entire jungle was a minute and a half. And I felt kind of bad about that, but not dying for a while was good.
Yeah, both of you, I think, were deathless through the key split. Does that sound right to you, Meow?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the only sloppiness we saw was both of you kind of messed up the tutorial, but other than that, it was a clean race by both runners.
Yeah, and the reason Denny actually got that triple delivery is because he got a jetpack shop on the shotgun split, so that helped him out a lot. But you got the Dead or Restless.
Yeah, that helped out quite a bit too.
Yeah, Denny got a jetpack and Diagro for the mothership on his triple delivery, so... Whew.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect scenario for Denny. But you had the pretty good scenario too with the Dead or Restless.
Yeah, it's probably just luck. When it goes down to it.
There's no luck in this game. Come on.
When you're like having that Olmec battle and you realize you kind of messed up the safe strats, were you like worried at all that you might not win because of that?
I was more worried about whether I would have to reset or not. I kind of banked on there being some bombs up there, and it just had to be the very last crate, of course. I was biting my nails with each successive crate that wasn't bombs. So,
yeah,
so what you're saying is it's just
ropes.
RNG.
Lots and lots of ropes, and then you got some more paste. But it was that last crate.
I mean, now that I think about it, maybe that didn't matter so much. No, there probably wasn't any way to do that without at least one bomb.
So I was theorizing that if you had found a jetpack up top, you could have whipped it into a spot where Olmec would have blown it up. But that was the only other strategy. Yeah. Only thing I can come up with. Oh, also plasma cannon. What a finish that would have been.
Or a crate bomb.
Yeah, fine.
Sorry,
plasma
not a chest bomb.
Oh, okay. Well, that is actually a contribution. Thank you for that. Well, I have one question on my mind, which is, you didn't expect to make it this far, but now that you've tasted some success, who are you hoping to match up with in the first round? And I think it'll be a pot winner. Is that right? So you're going to be potentially going up against like
Yeah, if Shin's a runner-up,
like
then
a
he's going
Krill.
up against one of the top 8.
yeah. So do you want Krill? Do you want Patches? Do you want
HBix is one of
You
them.
know,
HBix? Yeah.
I try to
Spaz?
live in the moment. I'll take whoever comes up to my door, and I'll lose to them gracefully.
But when do you
Patches is not
start
one of
game
the
planning?
mix.
I know. Patches is not one of them. But you know, it could be a final situation. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. You'd like Patches to win this tournament because then that means you lost to the winner.
I told you I'm absolutely cheering for Patches at this point. It's broken my heart that he hasn't been racing as fast. By the way, just to check in on how Denny's doing, he has made it to Olmec. He has plenty of resources left to play with, and yeah, it looks like he could get a sub 35 if everything goes perfectly here. One
That's
more stop by
respectable.
Olmec. Yeah, we've
And then
definitely
he does it.
definitely
Hooray.
seen
Yay.
slower. Well done.
Okay. Well, that was a great race for 90% of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to feel a little rough right now, but we did see some amazing plays by Denny. We saw him keeping it close for the longest time, and maybe he had the stream up and he was following how well Shin was doing, and that's what the difference was. He just got some nerves that Shin didn't get because he was ignoring and just doing a time trial.
Yeah, and I mean that that blocked off wet fur level didn't really help. So.
Yeah.
All
right, very
Do you have any
nice.
more questions for Shin?
He just logged off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
All right, so I guess even if I had questions for him, I wouldn't have any way to do so.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
yeah.
Appreciate you guys asking me some questions. Wanted to give a shout out here to my friend Chris, who was watching the race. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you guys.
All right, see you, Shin. All right, so I think actually we might be able to interview Denny here.
Cool.
We'll see. Someone from HQ is asking.
Someone from HQ. All right. Those guys are the real heroes, the behind the scenes people.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of behind the scenes work here, and we do kind of stumble. We had a little bit of stumbling today, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it's a lot of the stumbling was actually because I was late. So again, you can blame me for the Devil Tifa Olmec thing, and then being late. So it's just all Meow's fault. Just blame it on everything on me.
I know the correct thing is to bail you out and
No.
say, start talking about something else. I've been laughing a little bit too hard. Oh, Patches 28. Look at this player card that just happened to come up. ASO 2119. Personal best set during a race against Ix. Very nice. Well done.
I think Denny will be joining here in just a moment. Before he joins, though, I guess I will say that we have another group race coming up tomorrow.
That's right.
What time is that at?
Is that noon Eastern?
Yeah, or it's at 3 p.m. Eastern is when it starts.
Oh.
Am I on?
Hey, Denny.
Hey, Denny.
Oh, hey, right on.
They're great plays for 90% of that run.
Yeah, definitely.
That really
So-
like the blocked off wet fur level. That was like the worst thing I've ever seen.
I can't believe that happened on the race against Shin. It's unreal.
So were you watching Shin while you were playing to like just keep it in touch with where he was compared to you, or were you just going in blind?
Yeah, I was watching the stream at the same time, so I knew where Shin was. I knew he was a little ahead of me at that point. I knew if I could get that run completed, I definitely had a chance.
All right, so were you feeling any extra pressure as a result of knowing that Shin was just maybe 2 stages ahead of you, or were you still pretty calm at that point?
I actually like that more because I'm always suspicious when somebody's really behind. I don't really know how to play safe, so I'd rather just have like a tight race where I can just go 100%.
So he actually revealed to us after the race that what we were seeing and what you were seeing, a very tight race for the first 7 splits. He actually had no idea that you were so close, and was not adjusting his play in any way to the fact that you were on the same key split, both in the ice caves. He was just doing his own thing.
Well, I can definitely see that as a valid strategy because so watching the stream, there's knowing where your opponent is, but having that play on the side is, well, it can be a distraction. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think the trade-off is worth knowing where your opponent is. So, yeah.
Yeah, I watched my opponents when I played too, and it didn't work out well for me. But
that's unfortunate. Well, it didn't work out for me as well, so maybe there's a trend.
Maybe that's the trend. Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you watch Patchesix?
No, I did not watch the race before because I was.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to other topics. So we asked Shin about the future and who he wanted to play and how he felt about moving on to the playoffs. We'll ask you about the past. So, what are some of your favorite memories of this tournament? Although it was shorter lived than desirable.
I think just trying to get the whole thing of trying to get into Pot C was really funny. It was like the tournament before the tournament. I was just trying to squeeze in to the next tier, but it just made for a really entertaining tournament because it was, well, usually a tournament, it's just that, but there was like a pre-tournament in this case.
Yeah, that was actually fun for me as well. I got a PB. 15 of us did. You were just a couple seconds out of Pot C, but was that because you had made a PB during that pot stage, or were you grinding for one and just unable to make it?
Yeah, so I have a pretty old PB, well, a couple months, and yeah, I was just trying to grind it out and try to get a couple seconds. I knew that any PB I would get would probably get me that 2 seconds, and I remember the day before I got a run that was 17 seconds off, and then a run that was gonna finish 6 minutes before the deadline. I was actually ahead by 1.5 minutes, and I choked.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of chokes, a lot of unexpected turn of events. I guess that's what made it entertaining as well.
So I was just a couple seconds behind Cybot to move up to Pot A, but then we did some replacements and Krill joined the tournament, and so it would have been a full minute for me to beat I think it was Groomp or Buddy or someone like that, but so I lost that ability to jump up to a higher pot. But for those couple days I was definitely grinding more than an hour every day trying to beat Cybot, and I wasn't able to do it. It wouldn't have mattered, but yeah, that was a fun part of the tournament.
Definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking that beforehand that a better way to do it would have been to have people submit fresh PBs specifically to seed this for this tournament, but I was surprised that even some of the top runners like Mazarak were out there almost every night trying to grind PBs. So it wasn't just the people who were fighting over pots B, C, and D. It was really everyone in the community was doing their best. I don't think I've seen the community that active and streaming nearly as much until just a couple weeks ago before the tournament began.
Yeah, something like this tournament definitely brings everyone together. I'm forgetting what I was gonna say. Something about grinding PBs, but yeah.
So that's the positive side. Do you have any salty comments to make now that you've been eliminated, or any?
I'm not sure if I definitely have any salty comments. I mean, I can't believe I got trolled by a closed off 3
Yeah.
ice caves, the wet fur level.
So it's Derek and Andy who you're mad at.
Well, it's funny. I really thought if I was gonna lose this one, it's gonna be due to a mistake, and oddly enough, it wasn't necessarily due to a mistake. It was just bad luck.
It's liberating.
Yeah, I think you were playing really well pretty much that whole time. That was just
Yeah.
really bad.
And
level
any mistakes
generation
after
there.
that was just me just losing that edge because I knew I was.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
knew I had a huge deficit to climb.
I got one more question though. That black market you got like in the middle of the run, did you actually see that, or is that just random?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, literally none of us saw it.
I was about to bash you. It looked like you had missed a bomb and missed a one bomb shortcut, but then it opened up and it was a black mark, and it was like, okay.
It
You win
wasn't
this
terribly
round.
profitable just because it was so close to the exit, but having a known level after that is always nice. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's always about 10, 12 seconds.
yep. pretty
Yeah, the black
consistent.
market's always a safe choice.
Yeah.
Except when something goes bad and the shopkeepers are aggroed.
Yeah, shopkeeper's triggered somehow.
Yeah. You
So
don't
really,
wanna do that.
there's no safe levels.
I think I've had that happen in a previous race, but yeah.
Nice.
All right, well, Ix, do you have any more questions?
What does 1080 mean? That's not your birthday, is it?
No, it's not my birthday. I'm not from the year 1080.
Or October 1980.
No, it's just a super old name where I used the 1080 from 1080 snowboarding. I think somebody said that.
I was gonna guess Tony Hawk, but
Yeah,
It was Jake Yoshimitsu.
some extreme
Sorry,
sports.
yeah. The 11th century wouldn't be my first guess. But...
I just have this thing for the year 1080.
All right, well, that's all the questions we can do for now because we got to get
Yeah,
on to the
sounds
next
good.
race. But thanks
Yep.
for coming to the
Yep.
interview.
Yeah, thanks
Thanks
a
a
lot,
lot.
guys.
All right. So next up we have, I believe it's Twiggle versus Mike is my Ike.
Oh no. So Mike is guaranteed to finish 4th. Twig is guaranteed to finish 1st. What Mike is playing for is to, on stream, not die during the key split for the very first time. I've casted him probably 4 or 5 times, including some unofficial races, and something always seems to go wrong very late in the race. Skilled runner. Yeah, so Twiggle's really playing for either a PB, he's currently sitting at 2109, and that would help him move up in the seedings. Yeah, that's really all he's playing for at this point. The win would be helpful for seeding as well, but yeah, their playoff fates are mostly set in stone at this point.
Twiggle is using my favorite character to play, which is the Afro guy.
Nice.
I don't actually have a real name for him besides Afro guy, so.
And Mike has got his own dead green girl. So one thing that was pointed out in a previous race is if you watch closely, the skull or the mouth of the skull will actually bob up and down. So looks like she's chomping or chewing as she walks. So keep a close eye on that.
Oh,
Oh.
and the racers are off.
So we either have 2 false starts or this is the real thing. So, all right, let's see. Once again, who will get the blackout glitch? Will it be both of them? I can't tell. Oh, Mike might have done the late blackout glitch. Twiggle did the early blackout glitch. They're the same speed, but a little bit easier for people on controllers to get the late blackout glitch, which is what Mike does. And they both exit roughly the same time. Hard to tell who's in the lead, or even if there is a lead, given that the streams are about maybe 0.3 seconds apart. Oh wow!
Yeah, I tried to
Mike
sync them
takes-
up as best as possible.
Are these meow strats that we're seeing?
Yeah, Mike is doing meow strats.
Oh wow! So he does slow meow strats, which means she's not actually going to gain time from this, but bombing through the very start of the race instead of.
Twiggle just died in the tutorial.
Yeah, I couldn't keep going. Wow. I was bashing Mike for not perfectly doing the meow strats, which are very difficult to get perfect. Twiggle has a death and also has wasted some bombs, so we're seeing the first real gap opening up just in the tutorial. And by real, I mean about 12 seconds or so.
Yeah, I mean, when you make a mistake like that in the tutorial, it feels like it's really bad, but
Yeah.
it's really not.
Hmm.
It's 10 seconds.
10
in the grand
seconds, yeah.
scheme of thing is just not much at all.
It's fine. So, on paper, once again, Twig was the favored runner. He's playing with a character he's not that used to, which I think is kind of risky for a race scenario. I don't know. I can't imagine racing with anything other than my favorite ninja.
Twig tends to change up his characters all the time, though. I think he was playing the cowboy.
Yeah, the Cowboys last
Last
time.
That was
So,
cool.
yeah.
He would spin his lasso when he stands on the edge.
Nice
Yeah.
little touch there. Alright, so Twiggle is also no gold at this point. So do you think he is going to go for swag points and go for a no gold ASO run?
No, I don't think he's gonna do that because I don't think anyone in their right mind tries to do an ASO
Would ever
no
try that
gold.
category? Really interesting.
Yeah.
What is your PB in that category, by the way?
You know, I actually made it to Olmec, and then I picked up gold
Oh.
on Olmec for the
Oh, that's right.
yeah. But like I said, no one in their right mind would try that category.
Yeah. Alright, so nothing really to point out. Twiggle is about half a level behind, and he got kind of a worse layout, so he still has that original gap from the tutorial here, but maybe closed a couple seconds. But yeah, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, Mike's just a little ahead, I guess.
Yeah, it's persistent from the tutorial.
Yeah,
They're
that's all
both
it
they're
is.
both taking these splits very well. So not a lot to report.
This race doesn't actually affect any of the standings, though, right?
Yeah, it won't affect who makes it to the playoffs, but it will affect where Twiggle is standing as a group winner.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. Depending on the time he gets. Okay.
Yeah, and again, Mike does have a lot of pride on the line because yet one race. So they're both running for something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, so Mike again, just a couple second lead over Twiggle. They're both going to be entering the 10,000 gold split. So this is where Twiggle could really catch up if he's able to do it cleanly and efficiently, or where Mike could build on his advantage. So they're looking not just to get 10,000 gold, but to also save bombs to do the 2-bomb split in the jungle after this. Not always possible, but that's really what a good split would look like.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I have the Spelunky playlist on, and then the Shin music video comes on. I didn't realize they put that in the playlist.
That's a demerit.
That is so funny.
Alright, so where are we at gold-wise? Mike has enough gold exiting 1-3, and Twiggle's about 1 gold pile away from being able to exit. Yep, 8,300. And he still has a full stage to go. The resource counts are not great. They haven't picked up any crates, and they've also burned 1 or 2 items. So neither run are really in good shape for, let's call it a double delivery or the double split. Yeah, Twiggle's down to 2 bombs, which he could not use in the jungle. Mike,
Yeah.
though, down 3 resources, manages or decides to continue. Pretty aggressive stuff.
I was gonna ask. I was wondering if Twig was gonna reset there to get more bombs.
I actually thought both were, because Mike still only has just 1 extra bomb to waste here, but he's getting good layouts. He hasn't had to bomb through. A Tiki Village could change that, or just any sort of bad layout could change that.
I tend to find that one bomb to spare is normally good. But yeah, there can be some freak jungle layouts that just
Sure.
screw you over.
So 1 bomb left. Twiggle's really flying. God, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, I think Twiggle's platforming is just really great to watch, and just an overall skilled player. Like, he's really skilled in both score and speed, so...
So what do you think he's compensating for in the rest of his life? Just trying to get you in trouble.
Maybe he's not good at school. I don't know.
Ooh. Twiggle drops to 1 bomb, just as we're saying good things about him.
Oh.
And he's continuing. He's looking
So,
for a
Does he
crate.
not realize that he...
No,
used
he
to-
thought about it for a second, so he definitely knows. He's
Oh.
banking on getting a late crate or a late shop.
Okay, well...
This is risky. Nothing else you can say about it.
Yeah.
I could also say this will not work out for him.
Yeah, that would be my guess too.
Then again, I was in a race fairly recently where a runner on a triple bomb split needed to find. Oh,
It worked for him. Wow.
it works. All right.
He steals it from the shop. So. Wow.
That is pulling a patches. That is what that is called.
Pulling of patches.
Pulling a patches.
I was just about to say that Twig better not let me down because he's on my fantasy league. So.
Yeah, I have him as well. I got Twig, Maz, and Speff. I went with 3 pot A runners, and luckily they're all still in the tournament.
Okay, I went more of a like 1 pot A and like
Mixed.
the rest were medium tier, I guess.
Did you pick yourself?
No.
Nice.
Remember, no one picked me.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
even myself.
Oh yeah. Just because I prepared for an earlier cast doesn't mean you should assume that I remember the jokes I made. So,
Group and I were the only ones to not get picked
not
at
get
all.
picked.
Well, Mike here
Right.
is turning in his ropes.
Yeah, this is very nice by Mike. Oh, this is a really bad situation for Twiggle once again. He has to go through the bees. He's already used all of his bombs,
Oh,
and this is a situation where courses can be
Wow.
blocked off. He doesn't get a blocked off level. Once again, everything
I'm
works out for Twiggle.
surprised he survived that.
Yeah, very tricky.
He
He
just got
he
jammed in the corner by the queen bee.
took very good advantage of iframes. This is one of those situations where just by not giving up, you're able to get through sometimes, and he made it through. Things are just working out.
And he's turning in the split now, so
Yeah.
just barely making it through these splits each time for Twiggle.
Yeah, so Twiggle's still looking for camera, that's nice. Very good item for the ice caves, the camera. But not the item that they're able to take on the split. Twig gets a hired help shop. Very controversial on 2-1, opts to not take it. Meanwhile, Mike is my Ike does find a shop, very late shop on 2-3. He kills the shopkeeper. Okay, good. He does take the climbing gloves. He actually moved them out of the way at first, but climbing gloves is essential as a mobility item to do the triple delivery later. That's probably the one mistake I've seen the most in this tournament, is people not taking those climbing gloves.
Yeah, climbing gloves are definitely good for the
Mhm.
triple delivery. Twiggle actually found a black market and it has a jetpack in it.
Yeah,
So-
it's a very tricky layout at the start here, but if he's able to get the Ankh, then he'll have a very safe triple delivery as well. And yeah, jetpack is definitely going to help. Meanwhile, Mike is my Ike is struggling in a dark level on 2-4, so just slightly different RNG for these two runners.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna choose to bomb his way down towards the exit.
Yeah,
But
very
he-
smart.
But he does manage to make it to the end there.
Yep.
So the shotgun split is done. So that's a
Yep,
good
I would
milestone.
still favor Twiggle's position here, just based on his ability to continue.
Yeah, Jetpack and Onk is an unstoppable combination if you're trying to get triple delivery.
Of course, dying does take quite a few seconds off your race, but dying on a split would take far more, so Onk is good.
Excuse me. Yeah, and Twiggle actually managed to find plenty of bombs, and I think a few ropes as well. Oh no, he doesn't have any extra ropes.
Just has 4 ropes, yeah.
But
so ropes are definitely useful items inside the mothership for some of the ceiling turrets and the like. But he won't need them strictly as a mobility item. This is just for ease of continuing. Yep.
Twiggle turning in some extra health there.
Smart. Yeah, I can't ever fault a racer in a tournament like this for doing things just a little bit safer than when they'd be grinding for a PB. So
oh,
Mike,
no.
Wow, yeah, he's forgetting that he's got the climbing gloves. He could just climb up that shaft at the bottom there.
I think that's what he's trying to do now. Oh,
yeah.
I guess not.
So he's bombing through. This is fine too.
Yeah.
He's saving a couple extra ropes, which, yeah, I would definitely favor having a couple extra ropes and a couple extra bombs in the mothership. So this is actually probably a pretty well calculated decision.
I also want to point out that we missed Twiggle's entire mothership. He went through that pretty quickly. And he actually got a perfect bomb into the mothership, so he only used one bomb to get in there. It's kind of cool.
Perfect cook.
Yeah.
It's not pixel perfect, but it's pretty darn hard to do. So yeah, he does complete the triple delivery. Mike is still got his work cut out for him. Is he gonna have to fight through the? Okay, I was a little bit worried that he was gonna have to fight through the mother brain there, but this should be an okay exit. Yeah, he kills the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
And 3 extra ropes before he submits the triple delivery.
Honestly, Mike is playing really well.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, his main fault was just not getting a jetpack, whereas Twiggle did, so that's where the main difference in speed is coming from right now.
Yeah.
And he finishes his triple delivery, so...
On the other hand, we've got Twiggle finding the key on 1-2, so that'll make him speed up just a little bit. He's got extra money, finds a compass as well, and buys it. Very smart play by him to pick up money along the way.
And he picks up some bombs as well for that compass bomb discount.
Yeah, great.
Except there is none, but...
Would you have killed the spider there? It would cost about 3 seconds and one of your bombs.
Yeah, I would have killed the spider. Paste is always good. It makes things way safer, I think.
Yeah, the only thing that is harder, I think, with Paste would be an Olmec fight where you have less than 6 bombs. But every other situation, Paste is going to be faster.
Well, it turns out that he got a skin is crawling level, so he was on no shortage of big spiders here anyways.
He found Paste. We're no longer worried about Twig's Paste situation. Unless he were to die.
Twig just keeps on going through these splits being like, oh, how is he going to get this item with only 1 level left? And then he does it.
We'll point that out to Mike afterwards if this continues. I want to get someone to say really salty comments. Even after we saw that Yeti killing our previous racer in Denny, he was still pretty happy about the fact that it wasn't him that ended. So
yeah,
other racers would just be salty about it, but he was happy that it was out of his hands. Not my fault. Not my problem.
I think Denny's a good sport, and
absolutely
he put up a good performance. So
we could all learn something from Denny. Oh. I was a little bit worried that Mike was going to get crushed there. I'm still watching. He's finding the key on 1-4. A little bit late, a little bit hidden.
Oh, don't turn that into a chest.
It's another common mistake.
I probably would have made that mistake, honestly, and then
Yep.
like when things are going quick like this.
I was streaming earlier today on 4-1 on a max low hell run, and I picked up a damsel to throw to Anubis, walked right in front of the door, immediately disqualified my run.
Oh,
So, yeah, I was able to kill Anubis too, so that run was still very much alive at that point. Oh well.
Mike's
Enough
got
about-
a rough dark level here. I think he thought the exit was probably down that way, but turns out it's not. So
Yeah. I think he should commit to one direction here and use some resources. Even though he knows it's the wrong direction, I think it's better to keep going and bomb across. Unless he's seen a vault or something. Yeah, use those resources.
man.
Use those resources.
And meanwhile, Twig is just flying through these ice caves levels. I mean, I
This
didn't even
is-
really see him do the jungle because I was focused on Mike, but
This is the power of the compass in the ice caves.
I mean, Twiggle is on pace here for a sub 20.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. That doesn't hurt too much.
Gets poked by Tiki right after getting into the temple, so I mean,
Yep.
if you're gonna die, that's the best case scenario.
Yeah, I would say definitely one attempt at the temple before you would give up on a sub 20. So we were talking before that Twiggle is really only playing to improve his PB, and if this goes through as we think it might, it will be a PB for him. A race PB, we'll say. Tournament PB.
Yeah, I think his current normal PB is like 17:30 or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
which is
Okay.
an incredible time.
His tournament PB is 21:09, so anything faster than that can potentially improve his seeding into the playoffs.
Oof.
Still has a chance to get it. Probably one more attempt at the temple and he can PB.
Yeah, it's just these Tikis keep poking him.
Tikis keep poking him. Nice little shortcut there by Twig.
Mike is just about to finish the jungle here, but he's only got 1 health left, so he's got to be really careful at this point.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous exit.
And if the temple keeps going the way it's going for Twiggle, Mike might be able to catch up, but we'll see.
Oh, well, I'm talking about Twiggle PBing. You're talking about an upset in this race situation.
It could happen.
It could happen, yeah. So Twig gets extra bombs and a jetpack, so this would be a fast temple if he's able to get through the key split here.
You mean
Oh!
Mike got the jetpack?
Yeah, Mike. Mike got the jetpack and the bombs.
Still, he only has 1 health, so I'm afraid.
I'm not afraid. Mike's got this in the bag, for sure. Wait, didn't he get a bomb box?
I don't know.
I
don't
thought I saw him getting a bomb box. So well, maybe it was a bomb bag.
Ooh, Twiggle gets
Ooh.
shot by a arrow trap right at that exit, but he's actually fine. He picked up a damsel, so he's looking good.
All right, 3-3 for Mike. One more stage. We need one more death by Twig, and we got essentially a tied race. This is a very
Yeah.
tough section of the stages going through.
And Twiggle's got to blow up this pesky thwomp blocking his way. It looks like he's
Alright.
into Olmec.
Seeing Olmec for the first time. And Mike is down. Alright, a little bit of breathing room for Twiggle. Again, if Twig dies here in this Olmec, we will have effectively a tied race. In fact, Mimi will be ahead at this point if Twiggle goes down here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think Twig will be able to handle Olmec just fine. He's got plenty of ropes to handle most spawns that come his way.
What about the Zulo?
But regardless, Mike has been putting
Zulo?
up one heck of a race for Twiggle.
Zulo?
Oh,
Zulo?
oh man, Twiggle's at 1 health left.
Oh, great job by
Walking
Twig
in
finishing
at
out.
2057.
So he improved his PB by just a couple seconds there. Not sure that's going to be enough to improve his seating, but very well. Very nicely done.
Yeah, that's a really good race time. I mean, honestly, Mike put up one heck of a race against Twig. He's really not that far behind.
Yeah, this would beat most runners. It wouldn't beat Patches, but it would beat most runners.
Was Patches on your fantasy league?
No, but if we redid it, I would probably still not pick him.
I'd pick Patches 6 times.
No, I've immortalized Patches on my stream. I got a Franker Z emote of my interpretation of his screen name. Yeah, he had one really good day of racing. I'm proud of him.
He made that his Discord profile picture too.
Nice. All right, so Mike is at Olnick for the first time. Everyone send your energy to Mike. We want a good finish by him. He's felt a little bit down so far in this tournament because he's made a couple mistakes and has not been able to do a clean key split, but everything other than the win is something to be very proud of. He should be proud of. Let's see if he gets a Zulo.
And the time that he's gonna get here would have beaten most racers.
Oh, was that iframes? He survives a bat from iframes, I believe, and is able.
Yeah, and he's down to 1 health,
Yeah.
no bombs and no ropes left.
Whew.
Honestly, 22:35. That is a really good time. That would beat most racers. It's just, I guess it's just a shame that he got that time against Twiggle, who is really just a crazy skilled racer and player of this game. All right, so we actually have time for some interviews here.
Cool.
Guess we'll start with Twiggle first, whenever he gets in here. But both racers finished at pretty much the same time, so we don't get to watch one while we interview the other, which was kind of cool last time. But so, I don't know when he'll join, but
You know, it might be a strat. What if Mike actually paused his window right before, or right after beating Olmec, after he enters the door, but before the formal split takes place? You can stop your timer just a little bit early. Maybe half a second that way. Alright, never mind. Everyone disregard that. That would be cheating. Don't do that. So Twiggle's now in the ASO commentator room. Does he have a...
Does he have a what?
Does he have a microphone available?
Yo.
Yo, Twig.
Yo, hey, what's up?
Congrats. Well done.
Thanks. GG to Mike.
It was you got a great time.
Thanks.
I was surprised by some of your decisions there, but they managed to work out in the end.
Oh yeah, I got totally lucky on my 2-bomb split. The shop at the very end of 2-4 was pretty lucky.
Yeah, that we were kind of freaking out about that when we saw that happening. We were like, "What is he doing?" And then
yeah, I should have just reset at the B's, to be honest.
All right, so Ix, you got any questions to start with?
Yeah, actually, people from chat are trying to send me questions, but none of them are very good. I'll read off one of them anyways. This comes from Grunting Crunchy. Question for Twig: what is your favorite part about playing Spelunky?
I would say these races, actually, because I went for many months without playing. It kind of got boring after a while just to grind for PBs. But these competitive races, they're casual, but they're fun.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen an uptick from the entire community in that regard as well. So, are you essentially saying that you'll never PB again in a main category and you've given up?
I mean, I probably won't, but I'll try sometimes. I keep trying for ASO. Not working out so well, but I'll get there.
Are you going to show us a PB in the knockout stage of the tournament, perhaps?
I'm probably going to be taking it a lot slower. I actually went I was actually playing super fast on this one. I could have gotten a sub 19 actually if I didn't throw at the very beginning of my temple split. I went right into a tiki trap.
Yeah, we saw that on stream. That was, yeah, we were sort of cheering for you to die at that point because we wanted a closer race, but definitely felt bad about it after it actually happened. That's just sort of how those things go.
Yeah, and then I threw a couple more times in the temple, but before that, I think I played pretty well.
Yeah, with the exception of the 4 or 5 deaths at the very end.
Yeah.
Well, you were playing really well pretty much that entire time. I mean, you still got a really good time for a race, even with those temple hiccups.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think I improved my time by like 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
My race time for the group stage.
Yeah.
So who are you hoping to see in the next round, in the knockout round? You think Shin would be an easy opponent?
I mean, Shin was playing super well tonight, so I don't know about that.
How about my boy Patches? I'm trying to get someone to talk smack about another runner. Why isn't this happening? All right. Turns out we have a really positive community. We support each other. We cheer for each other's personal bests. So, yeah, I guess I'm the sick one who wants.
Yeah. Ix is trying to get someone to be like, "Oh yeah, Shin, I'd beat him no problem."
Yeah, I saw DT today. Didn't look so hot.
So, Twiggle, were you watching Mike stream, or were you just focused on your own game?
I wasn't watching, but I had the chat up on my phone. My laptop doesn't have enough room, barely has enough room for SRL, so yeah.
So
Okay,
you're
so you didn't
responding
really
like
know
the
where he
Kappas?
was. Sorry,
Yeah, I
but-
didn't really know where he was. I knew when like he got to the key split and stuff because people were giving me some hints.
Nice.
Okay.
Would you say that is a tool-assisted run that you pulled off then? You're relying on technology to tell you where the opponent was?
That's not a- that's
it
not
could
a
be
real
argued
question.
either way.
All right, well, thank you for disclosing that and being so upfront. The other racers said that they were not following what the other runners were doing, so I will let you know if you've been disqualified from this tournament. I'll tell Saturnin.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. All right,
So
well,
are you guys gonna
go ahead.
interview Mike or something?
He lost though. Why would we want to talk to him?
Well, he played really well too. He got a good time.
Yeah, that's a really good time.
Yeah, Mike really put up a good race for you. It's just a shame that he got to run like this against someone with your skill rather than the other racers, though.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that happens a lot during the casual races too.
Yeah. And it always happens in Spelunky, especially since it's a heavily RNG based game, first of all, but everyone has their good days and their bad days too, so
Yeah, for sure.
just depends on what day it is, I guess, for when you race.
Yeah, so Twig, any last shout outs?
No.
All right. So I'll give a shout out instead of Twig. I don't actually have anyone prepared, but shout out to Kenny Jump.
Alright, well, it looks like Mike is here for the interview.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah,
Mike's-
excellent.
Mike's mic is working? What?
No, I don't think it is.
Thanks for coming for the interview, Twiggle. Sorry the questions were a little all over the place, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for everything, Meow and Ix. You guys sort of took over my place because my internet is not good enough, apparently, for the hosting job. So thanks for that.
yeah.
No
Yeah,
problem.
see ya.
Alright, see you.
The game to go.
GG,
All
Mike.
right. So Mike, great race. You put together a great key run for a change.
Hey, you know what?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling that actually that key split was really slow. I mean, I didn't die, so that was good. But
Hey, you didn't die.
that dark level spent like a minute 20 on that, so that was not fun.
I mean, you did
Yeah.
a really good job this entire race. Really, it was just a matter of Twiggle. He's just so fast with his play.
Yeah, I saw I had the early lead there on the tutorial, so that was good. My one bomb and one rope splits were pretty good. They were both about 40-45 seconds, and Twiggle wasn't catching up too much time. I think he gained maybe 5 seconds on the 10K split. But aside from that, I didn't really catch up until he got the jetpack on the triple delivery. And I only had the climbing gloves, so he caught up quite a bit and took the lead there,
Yeah.
especially when I couldn't enter the mothership properly.
Yeah, the jetpack totally made a huge difference for Twiggle with getting that triple delivery faster.
Yeah, I was thankful the mothership wasn't too bad once I got inside of it, but yeah, I just spent too much time getting into it, and the dark level on the key split probably cost me the race.
All right, so that's probably enough about Spelunky. Mike, what's your favorite Pokemon? This is one of your favorite games as a kid, right?
Did you know there's over 900 Pokemon?
So you actually think that there's
Actually,
more than? You think
I
there's
don't-
more than 151?
I mean, I have to think that.
Do you consider
Yeah.
Missing No to be canon? Is he a Pokemon?
He's not a Pokemon. He's a corruption. He's the virus that infiltrates Bill's PC.
So what's your most valuable?
Do you
Pokemon
contribute to
card?
the Pokemon wiki?
No, I don't think there is a wiki. Actually, there probably is. There's probably 100 different wikis. I do not contribute to that at all. No, I would have to go with Zapdos.
Zapdos?
Yeah,
That's a mythical, right?
legendary.
What's the difference?
There's no such thing as a mythical.
Wait, so you used to be like a pro Pokemon player? What
Yeah,
exactly
play
did you do for that?
I played the
Alright.
card game competitively
Oh,
for
okay.
a long time. Don't have anything too crazy as far as results. I went to Worlds a couple times I qualified for. Highest place finish is second at Canadian Nationals.
That's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good.
Yeah.
So long history of finishing second then.
Yeah, except that had 150 people. This is only two player race.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, Meow, you didn't know that. I had actually done my research for interviewing these players. Apparently only one of us is putting that extra time and effort into it.
No, I remember reading that in HFix's My Favorite Games.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wasn't Mia the one who asked the Pokemon question?
No. I
did ask the Pokemon question.
Well, yes, one of them. I asked him about the number of the Pokemon. All right. Here's the deal. I'm gonna send you some lyrics, and I want you to sing this because you're feeling pressured to do so on stream.
I'm not singing anything.
But please, for the audience, would you indulge us?
No.
No, not today.
I'll try and sing it if you want.
All right, it's coming your way. And this is gonna make you look bad if you don't sing while Meow is also singing.
They can't see me, so I don't look like anything.
That's a fair point. Touche, my friend.
Good luck, Mia.
Do you need a beat for this?
X and beatbox.
Hold on. I'm answering a question for Sat real quick.
All right, Sad is
Okay,
telling
here we go.
you don't
Ready?
whatever you do. Yeah, go for it.
I wanna be the very best. Wait, did you change the lyrics?
I don't think so. I got them from.
Oh, this is the lyric. This is the Poke Rap, and it's not the main theme.
Yeah. Oh, you thought this was the?
Yeah,
the
I thought it was the
Pokemon
real
song?
thing. Shit.
No, I was thinking Mike would be willing to rap.
How does the
Electro,
rap
Diglett,
go?
Nidoran, Mankey.
Venusaur, Rattata, Pharaoh, Pidgey, Seaking, Jolteon,
Oh.
Dragonite, Ghastly, Ponyta, Vaporeon, Polyoth, Butterfree.
Wow.
There's
He
150
knows it all.
more to see. To be a Pokemon master is my destiny.
There, you
All right.
got him to sing it.
So
That was even more lyrics than IX gave me, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, in my book, Mimi won that race because he did not use tool-assisted speedrunning techniques, and he's also a good sport in the interview situation. So you're a winner in my book at the very least.
Well, no one's gonna read that book. I mean, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, I guess he's leaving us.
Yeah, did you have more questions?
No. I mean,
Well, technically, we still have like 8 minutes,
8 minutes.
but
What?
you don't need
No.
to stay here. You don't need to stay here.
not 8 minutes. We're in great shape.
I
I was
guess
gonna try to
I
induce
just
you
wanna-
to say something steady, but
I'm gonna ask though, because we've asked everyone else this, and I'm curious. Were you watching your opponent race just to see where
Oh,
he
yeah.
was?
Yeah, that's how I knew he had the jetpack. Oh
Yeah,
man,
okay,
that crate
okay.
though, or those extra 3 bombs at the end of his split. I saw, because I can only look in between level transitions.
Yeah.
So I saw him getting surrounded on 2-3 by all those bees. And I was like, oh yeah, 1 health. He's definitely not making it. And then in the
Okay.
middle of 2-4, he's like 1 bomb left. And, oh yeah, he screwed up. And then I went back to my iris. And then next time I look, he's on the rope split. I'm like, come on, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we
turns
seem to
out
have
Twig's
like a
pretty
trend.
fast.
We seem to have a trend going on where the person who wins wasn't actually watching the other person play. So kind of weird, I guess. I don't think that really makes a difference, but it's just a weird trend, I guess.
I mean, it's going to be super important if you find out someone dies on a key split. But aside from that, if no one dies ever, then it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was my last question. I think we actually have less time than I said, so. My
That's
bad.
fine.
All right, next
Enjoy
up we
the
have
mixers.
Saturnin versus Pojo Poo Poo Head.
Wow, can we say that on the air?
I think we can say Poo Poo Head on the air, especially if it's his
Alright.
name.
So you're doubling down on it. Fair enough. Wow, we got all these scenarios in the spreadsheet right here.
What?
All right. I'm just looking for the implications of this race. So there was an earlier race that had
Fair
a
enough.
huge. That's going to have a huge effect on whether this race matters. And in fact, Pojo beat his earlier opponent in Armanta. So what this means is both Saturnin and Pojo have losses against Spef, their group leader, their group or their Pod A group member. That means they're tied. As a result, the winner between Saturnin and Pojo Poo Poo Head, as we're calling him, will become the runner-up in this group. Now, the runner-up, neither of these guys have really saved times to advance. So currently in 6th place, Link Ruler has a time of 22:32 and 99 whatever hundredths of a second. Saturnin has a PB of 23:39, which means he not only needs to beat Pojo, but it's almost certainly the case that he's going to need to beat Pojo and also shave a minute off of his PB. By the way, apparently the race has started?
Yeah, the race
Question
has
mark?
started.
Oh,
You know, they were ready to go, like, right off the bat. They were just like, boom! We're racing.
all right. Well, thanks for covering the start of the race for me.
Sorry.
Pojo's...
I mean, it's just the tutorial. We've seen this 3 times already.
Good stuff. Good stuff, yeah. So Saturday...
Is Pojo still... Yeah, I guess Pojo's been making some mistakes on the first level, though.
It looked like he was paused or stopped for a bit. I'm not sure if that was a video issue, or maybe you had him paused to sync up the video. What I'm really afraid of is if he slowed down because he heard us or heard me commentating on the implications of the race. But
I don't think so.
in any case, we're off. Very good. It's someone else's fault, but not mine. That's the important thing.
So
Very
who's
clean
your money on?
0-3. Oh man, Pojo was one of my dark horses when he was still in Pot D, but he was able to get a very significant PB before the pots were decided, and Saturnin is doing strange things. Anyhow, so actually, on paper I would say Pojo, but my heart tells me Saturnin. I'll go with Saturnin.
Well, as much as I love Pojo is actually on my fantasy league because
Ooh.
I was running out of money. So Now that sounds like an insult, but it's actually not because I.
That is not an insult. No, he's kind of new to being active in the community, but he's been very active in races and very fun in the Discord as well. Streaming a lot.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him play that much, but you know, anyone with poop in their name, I have a lot of faith in.
Yeah. So Twitch is confirming that Saturnin was waiting for a couple seconds for Pojo. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I guess something
Yeah.
happened.
something must have happened. Again, I'm a little bit worried that they were listening to me instead of just following what was in the race on SRL. We'll have to see if Saturnin wins and he gets a small PB if we're going to adjust it in any way. Anyways,
Yeah,
things
we'll
that
see.
other people will worry about, not myself.
You know what we haven't been doing? We haven't really been showing the cards at all. Do you think I could show those real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so we got Saturnin and Pojo's cards here. Honestly, their PVs are really close to each other. I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, Pojo started with I want to say a 25-minute PB. He was in Pot D, then got a series of PBs and made his way all the way to Pot B. So, very impressive.
Yeah,
Or maybe
his
that's
PV
wrong.
is just 9 seconds behind Sats.
Which means he's probably Pot C, actually.
Well,
I
no, he
can't
was Pot D. That must be a PV after the pots
Oh.
were made. So, yeah.
Hmm.
So
Imagine
Pojo,
that.
I guess, has improved since the pots have been finalized.
Do you think he's the best active racer whose name begins with P?
You know, honestly, I don't know every racer that begins with P.
Hmm.
Who else starts with P? Well, that's active.
Yeah.
Because I can think of one that's not active.
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Yeah. I guess
I'm
he's the
trolling
best
a little
then.
bit, but chat did see through my little ruse, and I will not be repeating what
Oh,
what
yeah.
what Twitch found.
No, he's not the best one.
Uh,
Patches for life.
P gods, they're both P gods.
P.
All right, anything interesting in the race? Looks like Saturnin's about half a level ahead. His gold situation is quite nice. He's also got some extra bombs that'll help him when he goes through the second delivery here. So yeah, a little bit of an edge for Saturnin. Pretty cool to see. He needs one
Yeah.
more pile of gold and he's got it.
And there he is.
There it is.
He's got all the money. He's got to pay the tax man.
Yeah. Now this is a voluntary exchange. No government coercion. All right, great. They both finished the gold split, and Saturn immediately gets a really awkward start to 2-1. Is it
Yeah.
bad enough to reset? Not quite.
No, he decides he's gonna bomb the shit out of that big frog, but oh, am I not allowed to say that?
He bombs the poo-poo head out of it.
The poo-poo head.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. On the
That's good.
scale of things, I was in another cast where I was saying all the wrong names of the. I was with Cold, and we were both getting the wrong names for the runners we were watching. So, I don't know how you rate things. We tend to be pretty uppity or pretty uptight about bad language and things like nudity in the U.S. But, anyways, maybe I should just let this slide.
Yeah, it won't happen again. It's a mistake I won't make again.
Nice. All right, we've got a commitment out of Meow. No more adult words.
I'll stick to my poo-poo heads. That's about it.
Stick to Poo-Poo Head.
Let's
Teleporter on 2-4.
get back to talking about Spelunky.
They're both on 2-4. Pojo's got kind of an awkward HP situation, but free roam, free ride to the exit. Saturnin also on 2-4, also in HP trouble. Down to his last bomb, or he can't use any more bombs actually. But yeah, Poo-Poo has. Should I call him? I'm gonna call him Poo-Poo.
No,
That's the first thing I saw. Okay, Pojo.
I'm gonna laugh if you say that every time.
All right,
So-
Poo-Poo has moved on to the 2-rope split, and
Yeah,
Saturn
so he's
is about
one level ahead. Pojo is.
Poo-Poo. This is tricky. Oh, uses a bomb. Very smart. Very good to use your excess resources in an ASO. He did something
Yeah.
that we wouldn't do in low, which is throw a bomb there, but it's a very smart move, and yeah, very fast way to deal with an awkward situation.
I'm actually pretty impressed with Pojo's play here so far. I think he's doing a really great job. And I mean, he's beating Sat currently, so your money was on Sat. I don't know if you're gonna.
I said my heart was in it.
Oh, your
I
heart.
didn't say my money.
Okay, your
Yeah.
heart was in Sat.
Just to be clear, we're not actually betting money at commentators. That would be a conflict of interest. That would be outlawed by the rules of the tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Possibly Twitch violations as well.
Pojo just turned in the rope split there, so now he's just got the shotgun, and he gets a Deadar Restless. Easy shotgun with no aggro. There's even a vampire
Well,
right there if he wants to.
It doesn't
cape.
look like it's on the main route, so he's gonna have to do some searching.
Yeah, that's
So-
annoying when that happens.
I would probably exit here, to be honest.
Well, he could grab those 2 crates.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think this is actually worse for him. He knows that he can, but he doesn't. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a 30-second level, and what usually is the second best thing to see in a race actually ends up being just about as harmful as can be.
yeah, definitely. Sad actually gets a Deadar Restless as well, but he had already robbed a shop on the previous level, and it was a bomb shop with a ton of bombs and paste.
Oh yeah, very nice. Oh, he
So-
takes that exit super safely. All right, so yeah, focusing on Pojo for now. Another shop for Saturnin. So this was
Yeah, no shortage of shotguns for Sat here.
Pojo finds not a great shop, but it's a shop. And he'll exit to 2-3 with the shotgun. So he actually is still ahead despite that very slow 2-1.
And he's choosing not to go get the beat health again. It's a pretty common decision, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's gonna try and get the triple delivery. My guess is no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I would doubt it, but he's going for it. He also opts to not go for the psychic presence. This is a decision that we saw Twiggle do, I believe. I think that's right. Was it Twiggle?
Oh,
I was watching Sat while talking about Poo Poo, and
yeah.
he dies
I
to
just,
an exit. A stunned exit keeper got him.
I just took a big old poo poo seeing that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
God, that's rough.
Yeah, that really sucks. Dying on the last level of the shotgun split is a pain I don't want anyone else to endure.
Whew. I'm still recovering from it because it was a stunned shopkeeper, and he had a shotgun. All right, let's just dwell on this for the rest of the cast and imagine what the race could have been if Saturnin had ignored the shopkeeper.
Hmm.
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 Hmm. Saturnin attempts a deep sea diver run and is unsuccessful. But
Deep
kudos
sea
for him
diver.
for meme running in the middle of.
I think, who was it, Rudd, that asked if you make up these categories so that you can get the records?
Yeah, Rudd's become kind of mean recently, hasn't he?
I mean, I guess.
Deep sea diver's good, and I explained this last time it came up, but it's good because it's something to do when you're running low hell, you can't find a BM, usually you're pretty depressed at the end of 2-3, but wait, it's a rushing water level, and you still have something to do, you still have something to live for. I mean, play for. Not that those are the same thing. Anyhow, big decision by Poo Poo Head here. He opts to go for a 3 rope split. So he knows he's a little bit ahead on Saturnin, and he takes the safer route instead of going for the key plus rope split.
A spider just flew out of nowhere. Was that a spider? I think that was.
In the ice caves? Or are you watching Sat?
In the ice caves. What was that? Something hit him while he was hanging on the edge, which made him fall into the void.
So a spider, I don't even know if a spider can show up inside of a pot in the ice caves. Not sure, actually. Anyhow.
Well, something bonked him, which is unfortunate.
Do you remember when Saturnin was at 2-4 with a shotgun and the shopkeeper was stunned and Sat kamikazed into him?
Yeah. That was like a minute ago.
Alright, well, he's put that behind him because he just delivered the shotgun, and now he's closing in on Poo Poo Head as we speak. Do you buy the hype?
Spiders can show up in pots in ice caves.
Oh. Well, did they?
I don't know. I missed it, okay? I don't know what's happening.
Alright.
Anyways, Pojo's got this one last level to complete. What is he
Well,
trying
he's doing
to do?
rope split, and he has 1 rope.
Oh, you're right.
So, is he trying to pull a patches?
Oh, he's trying to get that... Oh, it had a bomb box, which in most situations that'd be really nice, but I guess he used too many ropes there.
Okay, Saturnin sees a climbing glove. Good, he gets it.
Yeah, it makes robbing the shop easier if you don't pick it up, because you don't stick to the wall.
Maybe.
Well,
That's good
at
enough to
least
know how
for
to
me,
deal with that.
If I pick it up while I'm robbing it, I pretty much die every time. I don't know about you with all your skill and wisdom.
Yeah, you're good enough that you don't need to make that mistake. Alright, so we are effectively just a couple stages apart at this point. Pojo's got a couple of deaths plus 1 self-inflicted issue on the rope split. He's now down to 3, and will he use ropes on this level? Will he use them? The over-under is set at 0.5.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Man,
So Saturnin has... Yep.
Pojo is having a lot of trouble on this this rope split. I mean, I think every other split he was doing really good on, but this gives Sat a really good chance here to pull from behind. He's just got to make through this mothership in 1 more level, and he's good.
Yeah, and then they'll be tied or possibly Saturnin taking the lead. This could just be the end of Pojo. He was good for so long, but then this is it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Shooting the UFO, which knocks it into himself.
Okay, this is big. Saturn has actually opted to go for the 3 rope split on the key. This is something that he had talked about with me before the race, and I had strongly urged him not to do this. So this is Saturnin going against the advice of his coach here. But good for him for taking some initiative. This is I think given the race situation, this is a pretty interesting move. Again, we've only seen this successful once so far in the tournament. Twiggle was able to pull it off, but all the rest of the runners who've tried have failed.
Sat's getting some pace there. We just discussed this earlier that we would both decide to blow up that spider.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Pojo's got a little bit of an advantage here because he's already turned in the ropes.
But what if he gets a dark level? Saturnin has got specs. He's also got extra ropes, which will be very helpful in the
Yeah, that'll
in the
definitely
mothership.
help.
So this is a very close race. I would say it's neck and neck, and it really depends on what items Pojo gets and how easily he's able to find
Yeah.
the key.
And Sat was actually able to get a really nice key spot, so that definitely helps. And he doesn't need to spend searching 1-3 or 1-4 for the key, and that's always nice. Meanwhile,
So-
Pojo knows the key is on this level, he just has to find it.
He's going to burn through a lot of resources, and it's going to get this key. So yeah, I would say Saturnin is now firmly in the lead. He's got a lot more work to do than Pojo does, or it'll be a lot harder, in my estimation. Wow.
I mean, the main difference is Sat needs to go through the mothership, whereas Pojo doesn't. But this key
Yeah.
is really giving Pojo a lot
This
of
key
trouble.
is. He's got one rope, and I don't think there's any place he can bomb.
Oh,
I don't think he can get that unless he
yeah.
has some really, really clever bomb strats.
Oh, he might be able to get it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
we'll see. He's gonna have no resources for the rest of this run, though.
Wow. Saturnin, great life situation, great rope situation.
Well, Pojo actually does just buy some more bombs there, so he has no ropes, but we'll see if he's able to find any more on the way through this run.
Yeah. Those ropes, though. If he goes one wrong direction in the ice cave, then he will not be able to deliver this key without. Well, he's got a compass. Jeez.
Oh,
Ooh.
I wonder.
That was.
Does Pojo know he can just crawl?
Yeah, that was clearly the safer way to do it.
I
Ledge
guess
crawl into the spikes.
He
Very.
either didn't know he could do that, or he just forgot. Which I can understand both.
Also, did we miss Saturnin dying?
We
at the
did
same
miss
time?
Saturnin die. It is a tied up match.
Alright, Saturnin finds a 1-1 machete with a pretty fast time and opts not to destroy it. That's all. Yeah. He did go for deep sea diver earlier, so this could have been an ASO plus DSD MB.
Yeah, all the
maybe a
acronyms.
Firepot FP BJ. I
Pojo's
would have
found
loved
the
to
key.
see Sat give a do a BJ in the middle of this race. I want to get the verbs right, so it's not inappropriate here.
Pojo has the key. He had to use 2 bombs to get to it, but he managed to find a few more crates throughout that level, which excuse me. I was sick recently, so I'm having
Yeah, I'm actually feeling a little sick myself.
but yeah,
That's Meow sniffling, and I'm the one coughing. That's how you can tell us apart.
I'm coughing too occasionally.
That's
Best commentators, right?
that's a Pokemon, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, coughing or
Coughing.
coughing.
Yeah, and Weezing's his evolution.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
It's one of Team Rocket's favorite Pokemon.
meanwhile in Spelunky, Sat has
Fine.
found the key, and he's down to 1 health, but he has pretty good resources. He's got the cape, bomb, rope. I guess he's not going to go by that pace there. But currently it's looking like Pojo is in the lead.
Well, yeah, Saturnin's got 1 H, 0 HP. So yeah, You can tell the runners are putting pressure on each other because they're both making some mistakes here.
Ooh,
Yeah. Who was right?
poor Saturnin.
Yeah. Hey, if the owner of Moss Ranking was a root vegetable, what would that be?
What?
Now that would be a Saturnip.
Oh my god. Jesus. Okay.
I don't have any comparable jokes for Pojo Poo Poo Head.
I thought you were gonna make like some kind of eggplant reference, but then I guess an eggplant's a fruit, right?
Yeah, I guess so. No, root vegetable. That's a turnip.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That I mean, that's the only.
Yeah. That's the answer.
Saturn. Pojo is in the ice caves. I think it'll be smooth sailing from here on out for him. I didn't catch his rope count, but yeah, he has 9 ropes. I mean,
2
as
HP.
long-
That's one fall. One really nasty fall.
yeah. Well, if he's smart, he could. He has plenty of ropes, and he should use all of them if he has to.
What about all the spiders in the ice cave that just run at you sometimes?
Oh my gosh!
It could happen.
I swear I saw a spider.
Yeah.
Oh, Sat got a jetpack. How did we not
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that?
that's right. Because we're actually both watching the same at all instances.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just waiting to see if Pojo is able to make this last level and turn in his key split.
I would say it's likely.
I mean, he's got plenty of resources. I think he's having
Yeah.
trouble figuring out which side the exit's
Just-
actually on.
Take your time, yeah. So to be fair, this is a nasty exit, but yeah, just go over the top. Go over the top.
Yeah,
So,
that's what he's doing.
yeah.
Ooh. Alright,
He
he's
makes
made
it.
it into the exit and he's done with the key split.
Very nice.
Now, I guess Sat's really not that far behind. As long he
No,
just
this
has- Yeah.
is one Olmec death.
Yeah,
And
he
Sat's
just
right
has
back
this
in it.
one last jungle level, which he's finishing now,
Yep.
and the ice cave should be pretty smooth for him.
Yeah. Nothing can go wrong for Sat. That is right. You heard it here first. Looks like a pre-trigger tiki trap for Pojo, and he manages to take his time. Oh no, it was just slow platforming. But
Sat's
good to
got
be safe in
a
this case.
wet fur here.
Yeah, the one thing that neutralizes that, the benefit of that
The jetpack.
jetpack. Yep.
Yeah. He's just got to get past the shopkeeper.
Oof,
Ooh, looks
very
like
nice.
just barely. I could have sworn that shopkeeper almost jumped high enough to grab him.
All right, 4-3 for Pojo. He's got 6 bombs. So
Sat just robbed a bomb shop which had paste in it, so now he has an unnecessary amount of bombs, and
Mhm.
he would be able to do the safe strat if he's able to make it to Olmec. Easily.
almost takes fall damage there. Wow. So let's see what Pojo does here. Does he man up? Oh, he's manning
He's
up.
manning up. He's
What
not
a
going for
terrible
the safe
decision.
strat.
What a terrible decision.
Well, let's see how he fares.
I mean,
Oh,
I approve, but
dang.
okay, I don't like what Sat's doing here. He's going to deliver the key and take the mothership entrance. So,
No, he's got
He
to turn
could've-
the ropes.
oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Of course. Sorry.
Yeah,
Good point. I thought it was a little bit closer than it was.
I forgot
It's-
about that
and
too.
it's still very
actually, but
close.
I remembered once he started going through the mothership because that would make no sense.
Wow. Yeah. So he would have been able to deliver the key there, but that was a tough mothership exit. I would say Sat actually got a little bit of luck there with how the shopkeeper turned and fell. Couple nasty levels for Pojo, but Saturnin is on his heels. Pojo does not have enough resources to do a strictly safe fight. That's something that he could have done on the last leg and guaranteed himself a win. Now Saturnin is coming in with enough bombs to just cascade, frankly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the reason he
Wise?
didn't do the save strat was more just a question of if he didn't have the knowledge of the save strat. Oh my god.
Okay, Sat
Sat
delays.
just kills himself with the Anubis Scepter.
Yeah, he went back for the scepter. He made a point of it and then fired it against a squishy enemy.
He made a point of it. I'm
Yeah, he waited probably 5 seconds just so he could grab the scepter.
huh.
Whatever. You know, it might be RNG manipulation for this seed, so that's something that he might be doing here.
Oh my god, what is Pojo doing? Oh my god, what the what?
Oh my god!
Oh,
He just had to wait. That's the second time he just had to wait. Now Sat is actually in the lead. He's got almost a full 2-stage lead over Pojo at this point. Wow.
That is so sad. Yeah, Pojo just really needed to wait for the enemies to clear out and he would have had smooth sailing from there, but
Yeah.
I think that whole situation freaked him out a bit. I don't know if
Ooh,
you
this is
saw
really bad.
the bombs getting spammed and
Yeah. Really, really bad section for Sat, but he makes it through, and
yeah.
he'll have the next chance at Olmec. Pojo is just half a stage behind, and he's got more bombs, so... Alright, he's a little bit too far behind to make this actually a second-by-second competitive Olmec, but they will both be at Olmec at the same time.
yeah.
Alright,
I
Sat
think
goes with
Sat's
the early
pretty
2
skilled at
bombs.
Olmec, so I think he has
Yeah.
a better chance of surviving here.
He just needs to do it once. Lot of spawns, but so far they've been ignoring Sat for the most part. So Sat makes it up, takes some
Oh
damage,
my.
uses that extra HP, and waits
And
at the exit,
He wins.
and he's out. Sub 30 run
Oh.
for Saturnin. Meanwhile, Pojo goes down at Olmec for the 3rd time. Wow, he was looking at the opportunity for a 6 safe bomb Olmec, and
Yeah, again, I'm
Wow.
wondering if it was if he just didn't know that about the 6 bomb strategy.
well, he knows it. I've seen him do it before. I'm wondering if he was trying to improve his PB and make it easier for him to get seated. Both of these runners needed help. They needed better PBs to advance. Actually, don't know if Saturnin's 23 minutes is going to be good enough to advance, but
Oh,
I
that
don't know, he
might
did
be.
all- it might be. Yeah, he's on the cusp.
Yeah,
So,
that's definitely on lower end, but that might
Yeah.
be just enough to get him there.
maybe Poo had thought that he needed just a little bit more. If only there were a way we could, after the race, communicate with some of these racers and figure out just what was going through their mind. Wow, what an incredible finish,
Yeah.
though.
I don't know if either of these racers are going to be interviewing, though. I guess I'll have to ask and see, but
Oh, well.
I'm sort of guessing no.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it was kind of on the longer end of a race.
Yeah, but that was still really close to watch. I mean, it's always nice, no matter how long the race is, it's always nice to see a really close one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like Sat's going to interview.
Cool. Yeah, I'd say bring him on whenever.
Hello.
Oh my god, it's Sat.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
All right, so I'm actually in a chat room with 2 people who've ditched me in real life situations. Saturn and I were supposed to meet up in Quebec, and that didn't happen.
It was your fault.
It was my fault. Yeah,
I mean,
my plane was
yeah.
delayed.
The other thing was my fault, I guess, but you know, we just like to disappoint you is all.
Yeah, so the question is that why did you take that scepter on 4-1 when you had a jetpack?
For
What?
funsies.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He wanted to make the race as close as possible.
Yeah, I
Man,
know.
what a
I needed
play.
a much better time, and it was just over for me. It was just for fun.
Well, you're not eliminated though, are you?
Yeah, but it's like
You
1%
needed to
chance.
win. You weren't eliminated, and you were messing around with the scepter. We enjoyed it. We loved watching it.
yeah, it
but-
was fun.
Yeah.
Sad
Yeah.
just likes to live on the edge, I guess.
So we're asking sort of every runner this, but were you following along what Pojo was doing while playing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you saw that he had 6 bombs going into Olmec and opted for speed strategy rather than just to end the race.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll ask him what was going through his mind there, but he probably thought it was over at that point.
Yeah, maybe he was too confident.
hmm
Yeah.
Confidence
So,
against Olmec is.
How many black markets did I miss?
There were a couple we spotted on Twitch. Some of the Twitch chat saw the ones that we were missing.
Don't worry, I didn't see any as usual.
Me neither.
Yeah, we spent most of the race just talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read you had a great commentary.
Oof. We also saw you go for a deep sea diver run as well as a machete.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was greatly entertained by what you're doing on your stream.
Can we just scratch the jungle and just
Yeah,
skip to the ice caves? It was
or
pretty
just do
horrible.
temple shortcuts.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of a hype tournament if we just, or just not a tournament, but a hype race if we just did like the first 3 Olmec wins. So every runner just does temple shortcut until they beat Olmec 3 times or so.
Yeah, you should organize that.
Yeah, I want someone else to
Yeah,
organize
yeah,
it.
you
But
do all the organization icks.
Whew.
We'll compete.
I'll just commentate and point out when people make silly mistakes. Oh, actually, there's another good category that hasn't really caught. There's a reverse percent, where you do temple shortcut, beat Olmec, do ice cave, beat Olmec, jungle, and then mines, and it's all done low percent. I think Mike is one of the originators of it, and one of the reasons behind it was to practice for this tournament. And turns out that was not a factor for success.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Hold on.
Okay, sure.
I'm-
Yeah, so questions for Saturnin. What is your favorite Pokemon?
Wait, I'm interrupting here real quick
Ah.
because Pojo just finished the race. So
Nice. Congrats to Pojo. Very good tournament by him.
I only know 3 Pokemons.
Oh. So give me your top 3.
Pikachu, Charmander, and Bulbasaur.
Nice.
So yeah, I went for Twig strats only because I knew it was over for to get the 6th spot for runner up.
Yeah.
So I just went. Oh, I would try to win the race. That was only the main reason for Twig strat because there was no point.
So it wasn't for
Yeah, that makes
funsies
sense.
like the scepter.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just to put a
But-
show.
for to put on a show.
Yeah,
Well, you definitely put one on.
it was painful though.
So how do you feel about your time?
Oh, it's great. Top 30.
Top 30.
Yeah,
2
sub
wins in
30.
this tournament. That's been tough. Keep in mind you're talking to 2 people who were eliminated a couple days ago. So the fact that you're still in it, although you're sort of hoping other people play slowly, says a lot about how you're able to compete in this tournament.
Yeah, it's much better than being top 40 for 14 or 15 on the mass ranking.
Well, depends on who you're talking about. Yeah, I think Meow's 14, I'm 15.
Yeah.
Me, I was just falling down the rankings right now.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
top
just
25 now?
plummeting. Yeah, so you're top 25 now, right? You're back on the Moss ranking boards.
Yeah.
Really?
We don't
Yeah.
need to shut
No.
down Moss ranking anymore.
I'm not 25. I'm 26.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to place a
No, you're
friendly wager
25.
on this?
You're 25.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a
Great.
miracle.
All right. Well, top 25 runner Saturnin. Do you have any shout outs to any of your fans?
No, just want to thank my mom
That's nice.
and everybody organizing the tournament. It's great. So it's fun to see everyone grinding PBs for the butt seeding, and this week we stream much more races than I thought. So it was very fun.
Very nice. Do you have anything for your French speaking fans as well?
Nope.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
Sorry
want to
about
say thanks for doing everything you did for this tournament. Everyone seems to be having a really good time, so we all appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Great. So we're going to actually bring on Pojo Poo Poo Head at some point.
He's in here now.
Yeah. Does his mic work?
Let's see.
Hello, Pojo.
Well, he's not talking right now, so. But he's in here. We just don't know if his mic's working. I guess I should. I forget to do this a lot. Taking the win thing.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Meow. I'm Pojo.
Oh my god.
I'm here for the interview.
Please.
What questions do you want to ask me?
Do you prefer Pojo or Poo Poo?
Oh, I'm just happy to be considered by anyone.
Sorry, stop. Please stop.
Oh, what's wrong?
Uh,
What's wrong, Meow? Don't
yeah,
you want to ask me what my
Pojo's
favorite
saying in
Pokemon is?
the Twitch chat that his mic's messed up. We have a few more minutes here, so we're willing to wait. I guess Ix and I can talk amongst ourselves real quick.
Shouldn't we be asking Pojo some questions? He seems pretty anxious to get a couple of our questions.
I mean, I'll talk to the real Pojo.
Okay, so Boots has a question for me. What do I think of the new Always? I think it's a pretty good album. It's only about 32 minutes, but there aren't any weak tracks.
Oh my God, I
Everything's
think it's
solid.
working.
Hey, Pojo.
Hi, Pojo!
Hey. Shut up, Ix. Jesus. Is the mic loud enough for you guys?
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
So you
Great.
sound like you've hit puberty. Why do you have a name like Poo Poo Head?
Well, I guess that's my first question. Just a remnant of the past, I think. In middle school, I made up the name I have, and I prefer to go by Pojo, Meow, or Ix, whoever asked that question.
Okay.
So pretty unique. So generally, I can get that username wherever I want, and I just decided to keep it for fun stuff, such as Splunky.
So when did you start to grow facial hair?
High school.
High school.
Pretty
Okay,
sure.
so this is a prepubescent name, or maybe early pubescent name. That's understandable.
Accurate.
Yeah. Was it an awkward puberty?
No.
All right,
wouldn't say
we
so.
don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about the actual race. So, I mean, you were in the lead at the end there. It was just Olmec that really caused you to lose at the end. You had enough bombs to go for a safe strat, so why didn't you go for that?
Well, I know Stat's pretty experienced, so I figured he would go for a faster strat because we were competing for time as well as the win in this particular instance. Because I know he was on the lower end, and I hadn't even. I mean, I'm disappointed because I didn't even get a sub to 30 this entire tournament, even though I have gotten many in casual races as well. So I think I just took the risk, thinking that maybe he was right next to me because I knew I had died a few times. And while I'm a bit rusty with some of the faster strats using the bombs, I just decided to go for it, and turned out to not be beneficial, unfortunately.
You almost had it a few times. Olmec
Yeah,
just
that
was being mean.
Yeah, and that one, if I had hesitated a half second more, I could have whipped that frog. I think that hit me to bounce back, and then I could have probably gotten. I think I would have beat Sat in that case. But yeah, the other one's some bad troll mech. So
Why
Yeah,
do you
definitely.
think the human race is so obsessed with competition?
probably the strive to be the best and just the ability of humans to, I don't know what's the term for it, achieve the unachievable, so to speak.
Great answer.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'm gonna think about that for a while.
So were you watching Sat at all? It sounds like you didn't really know where he was when you were going.
I didn't. Obviously, nerves were kicking in a lot, so I just decided I'm gonna go kind of full, like, closed eyes. Like, the only thing I can see is SRL to see if Sat does complete his run. Just that works better for me, not to know what's happening necessarily. I know it can be beneficial if someone's behind, and then you can take more time on what you're doing. But I think I just kind of tried to strike a good balance between that. I mean, I was happy with the key run, except for the first portion where I got kind of the troll key.
Yeah.
But then I was happy once I was able to get moving on the second attempt, pretty much, or third. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good during the key split. That troll key was really annoying, but
Yeah, practically had to go through all my resources to get it, and then
yeah,
it just kind of fell apart after that.
yeah. Other than that, I think you did really well on your run. And-
Yeah, and I think it's just the the consistency, which I kind of kept probably blabbing about in the Discord a lot, was just it's more of being consistent with your timing rather than just kind of getting the fastest time, which is clearly an indicator based on my PB being a lot better than a lot of my races were in the competition.
yeah,
So I
definitely.
have kind of a question. How long have you been playing Spelunky? Kind of as a speed racer.
Speed racing, I think it's actually really been only in the past
Or
6 months, or
Speedrunning, yeah.
yeah, speedrunning 6 to 9 months or so, maybe now at this point. I had been aware of it for a while. I knew about the notoriety of Bananasaurus Rex when that was kind of more popular at the time, and I was playing but not speedrunning during that time. So
Were you doing a
competitive.
bunch of dailies, or what was your...
No, just doing general runs. For it took me a long time just to beat Hell, and so I probably would have been playing the game for 4 to 5 years, and then I just decided to start actually trying to compete, and then put my runs on the community and kind of join in on the fun, because I think the like you said, all the categories in the game really expand what the game allows you to attempt, and add so much more value to it after you kind of complete the main secrets, being just finding out Hell and figuring out how to get there and defeating Yama.
Have you either speedran before, or maybe followed other in the speedrunning world before Spelunky?
I not really, actually, a whole lot, to be honest.
So not like beyond like a Mario Kart trying to get a fast time. This is like the first game you sort of committed to really doing crazy things to try to get faster and faster times.
Yeah, yep, and just pretty much watching Kenny, of course, play, along with joining in on Falafel Raptor, and then just a lot of the other top runners, and learning the strats, seeing the videos, and then not necessarily developing things, because it seems I'm sure there might be more to develop potentially. I mean, it seems like the game can always be kind of new things found, but for a lot of like the preliminary building blocks for how to increase your speed and really figure out how to play. And that was a bit of a learning curve when I started, was speed running versus just playing casually. There was a lot of I realized a lot of that time wasting that I would do, and I would just try to be safe about things versus obviously booking it through a lot of the levels themselves. So, and of course, learning the whip and the amazingness that is the whip.
Of course, yeah. Are there any goals in Spelunky that you have for speedrunning or challenge runs that you're really looking forward to now that you've got all this extra time, now you've been knocked out of the tournament?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back to trying to do eggplant. My main goal, like I think what Meow was doing for a while, was to get all main 17 categories.
Nice.
So
How far have you gotten in eggplant?
I've never made it to the City of Gold. I've always made it to 4-1 or 4-2, and then Disaster Strikes.
4-1
So,
is the hardest level in Spelunky.
yeah.
I'll say that to anyone.
On one of my runs, I had I got the robot, and then when I went to 3-4-2, there was a triple hired hand shop, and they all survived into 4-1 with me.
Oh, you gotta share
So-
clips with the community like that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, things got ridiculous.
Yeah, eggplant. That was my favorite too. That's the category where when I beaten the game more so than the first time I beat Olmec and more than when I beat Yama for the first time. Eggplant's where it's at.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that can be the case, but obviously seeding that can be difficult sometimes. So far I've been mixing in kind of max lows along with the eggplant.
Nice.
That's kind of a good progression of each. So kind of the back and forth on that. And then I might just kind of enjoy the tournament and not really do ASO for a little while now. But I'll definitely join in on a lot of the weekends here for the upcoming finales and quarterfinals and knockout rounds.
Very cool. Are you gonna cheer for Saturnin or be bitter about the that have beat you?
I will cheer for Sat, assuming he does make it into the 16 round. I believe it was pretty close with his time, his best time. But I did I did not, obviously Sat made the joke of me throwing my run to Spef, but I did pick Spef in my fantasy league.
Nice.
So I'm excited to see how Spef ends up doing in the tourney.
Yeah, Spef's a good choice.
Yeah, I considered him when I was picking, and I was like, I think he's probably going to beat me. And that was before, of course, we got seated together, and then he clearly swept me pretty easily.
That's
deal.
understandable. I think all of us would have been swept by him.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and was watching some of the replay, like the video replay of our race, and I was keeping up with him, I think, but then like just one death and then, just downhill from there. So that's all it really takes.
Yep, that sounds like me versus Krill. Because
Or
it's
Patches.
always really about me, not the person we're interviewing. Patches. No, Patches is a different story.
Well, I do get to join you now, Ix, though, as the third best racer in Group J, though, for
Third
myself.
best racer, yeah. Is that you too, Meow? Or are you fourth? Are you third?
I might be tied.
Tied?
Three-way tie. Three-way
For
tie.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it depends on the times, but I think all three of us have 2 losses.
nice. Nice. That's rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're all losers. That's what it is.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah, that's happened in, I guess, half of our interviews, I suppose. Well,
All right,
very
well,
good.
Thanks for coming for the interview.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm happy to be in the community. Everyone's great. It's hilarious, and I love playing Spelunky and trying my best, even though there's lots and lots of failures.
Very good. Well,
Yeah,
thanks for
all the
coming in.
Great. Thanks, guys.
So, was
Alright.
that the end?
Well, we should bring up... there is another group stage event tomorrow,
Oh, yeah.
and that starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. GMT. So,
But, Meow, what is GMT? Did you already say Eastern? Never mind. Sorry, I was trying to read something Saturn and sent me, but
I said ES. Yeah, EDT.
you said EST.
3,
Okay.
3 p.m. EDT, 7 p.m. GMT. And we'll have some kind of draw for the bracket seeding at some point after the group stages. So keep an eye out for that.
That's not tomorrow, though.
No, that's not tomorrow, but
Yeah.
sometime after the deadline, which I think is Tuesday.
The 19th. And there's a time associated with that as well. Yeah, that's Tuesday.
Yeah. So at that time, or after that day, we'll know who will be racing who in a single elimination ASO match. That's gonna be It's gonna be really nerve-wracking, I think, to be in that stage. It's one loss and you're out, so.
GG.
And we currently know a few people that are already in there.
GG.
I think you can go see those in the announcement section in Discord if you're really curious.
All right.
And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. We hope to see you tomorrow and that everyone's having a fun time with the tournament. Got anything else to say, X?
See you later, folks. Thanks for watching. Like and favorite, subscribe, share.